Yo, chat. It's been a minute, and it's been more of a minute since I've actually made a video of me just generally yapping. Um, Take this more as a journal entry into some of the stuff I've experienced in the 22 years I have on this planet. The 12-year-olds can call me Unc all they want, but my first question I want to ask for anybody watching is, are you at peace with the life that you're living right now? Uh, Probably last year. Last year, I made a video talking about being content with the life that you live. And I'll be honest, at that point in my life, I don't think I would comfortably say I was content with my life either way. I just made that video to try and make myself feel better about myself and to make the people that watch it feel better about stuff because I mean, you don't need a fucking $1 million Ferrari to say you're happy. But I mean, I could just come here and say, "Oh, you should be happy with the life that you live and accept accept that you're at peace and things of that nature." But let me put it a different way, right? For either you're like whether you're at an okay place in your life or not, I want you to know that it gets better. And let me be the prime example of that. Last year was probably the worst years of my life. And I mean that in a, I guess, mental sense because my mental is not at its best. Things are just collapsing, relationships were crumbling. And yeah, I was genuinely at a point where I could have just ended it. And I look into this camera with with the straightest face. You would have not seen any more videos from me at all from that point. Because, I mean, I don't want to like disclose what happened, but it was just know it's fucked. Like, it was down the fucking gutter. And at that point, the only person I could talk to was my brother in the city. Shout out to him. He's probably watching this video. He would tell me almost every Sunday for us to go to church and shit. And at that point, like I was so in the gutter, like that. I just didn't want to go anywhere. I just wanted to be in the house, just fucking rotting. And it got to a point where I just didn't have any excuse to not go to church. So that one day I did. I think it was a Sunday. I'm not sure if it was a Sunday or a, yeah, I think it was a Sunday. So I went. Of course, I think it was an evening service, and again, I got there at a point where I wasn't really keen on attending the service or attending anything at all. But I went there nonetheless, and I learned a lot of lessons. And from then on, it went from attending occasionally to actually going every Sunday and being excited to go every Sunday. So at one point, I the pastor wanted us to do a prayer or do a personal prayer where you just whatever's in your heart, whatever you wish to accomplish or whatever you want in your life, think about it and really like pray for it. And at that point, like again, I was so effed to a point where the only thing I wished for was peace. That's all I wanted. All I wanted was some peace in my life. I wanted to be free. And not so long after that, I finally got a chance to get out of the city. And I went home, which is like 1,000 kilometers from the city. And I'm not joking when I say, like, I sound like I'm overreacting or like I'm like gassing it up too much. But when I got when the door of the bus got like opened up when I got home, like it felt like something heavy like was off my chest, bro. Like like something heavy disappeared off my chest, bro. I felt so much relief. And well, I got home. I was like, I couldn't explain it, but I was just happy. Like I just felt happiness. And I had not felt that in like that genuine happiness in like months. And one thing led to another. I ended up in Namibia, just not so far from my country, which for some reason made things even better. Like everything I didn't know. I wasn't aware of the state that I was because I was in a good state, but I wasn't aware of it. I don't know if that makes sense, but I wasn't aware of the state that I was in. And I was in a very good state. Like I was happy, genuinely. But I didn't realize it or I didn't register it yet in my head. So, oop doop doo. I made that video talking about being content with life. I made some other videos, but again, it just didn't register yet that I was doing okay until now. Today, making this video, I was just like watching YouTube videos, and I randomly just thought, damn, I don't think there's any bad thing going on in my life right now. It was such a weird shift from last year. I'm talking about last year September. Everything just being shitty. Like everything was, my relationships were garbage. Everything was just, oh my god. And to now, where it's like it's the complete opposite of how things were at that time, and I cannot be any more grateful to the Lord above. But this applies genuinely to anybody, whether religious or whether you're not, that you're not going to get anywhere without the faith that things will get better. Because if you continue on thinking, damn, well, I might just die, like, like, nothing's going to change, bro. So that's all you need, genuinely, is just that piece of faith that things will get better. And at least if you're not religious, just having affirmations that things will generally get better. Whether or not you have goals, you have to remember yourself, pretty much, to love yourself and remember that you are human too, and you don't have to burn yourself out and things of that nature. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to yap about today. Um, let me know if you wanna like hear more journal entries. Pretty much, I have a hard time writing like my thought process or like the thoughts that I have on a book, so I decided to just talk about it on a YouTube video. So yeah, let me know if you want to see more of those. And this video could either be 40 views or it could be 1,000. I don't know. It depends on the algorithm, what the algorithm's feeling like, gang. But either way, to the 40 people that are watching this, have a great day, and it gets better.